maps.
I think just going off of what we've seen from sAw in the past couple of months, that they're shooting above expectations, and same for paiN for sure. I think this is a team we are ready to write off straight away in this opening stage of the Copenhagen Major, but that's mainly because of how they got here, right? sAw's run was so much more impressive, going from back against the wall 0-2. We called them a BO3 team, only losing their first of the year to Cloud9 yesterday, but paiN barely beat anyone relevant to qualify here, yet they're still taking names. A dominant win over ENCE, and yeah, a statement today if they were going to qualify in this fashion in a 2-1 game over sAw. We'll have to see as we get right into Vertigo. paiN's pick and fast up the ramp in this pistol.
Yeah, Ujak's dead immediately, and even though those supportive flashes were on their way, they get there just a little too late. Now we're going to look to Story, and he is cut down immediately. Big Azera starting this one off well. Fast play up through the ramp, kill from the man at the helm, and Big Azera continues moving in. He has been the one to watch for paiN. He has been the one to watch across the tournament, but it's just the one and done in this round. However, his team will find success to follow this one through, and so paiN looking to lock in a pistol immediately.
I do like that alternative smoke that lands on top of the red box on the boost box and completely covers someone jumping if they wanted to chase the plant down. You sometimes see players run through the gap side smoke and jump over boost, but yeah, there's no hunting this bomb plant. It's paiN on the hunt instead. They will chase down Mutiris for the end of the round. Ooh. Okay, something to say, but shouldn't be surviving here as paiN take a pistol. And there's going to be some Portuguese smack talk in this game. I certainly hope so, between these two rosters shouting across the pitch. Because they're obviously the huge talking point right now for paiN Gaming. The fact that he did it at Paris, he had his team absolutely swiped apart. He never got the call up, you know, against heavy criticism. Yet he comes back into Copenhagen and he does it again. This guy's playing like a beast right now. Let's see if sAw can put a stop to him, because on the contrary, I'd say they have more depth of talent across this team. Multiple players we can rely on. As you know, Pimp said on that desk, Cowes has been struggling extremely for paiN. For sAw, the board is something you can rely upon. But Big Azera, say his name and he shall shout back. 2 kills up on gap.
Is he going to try going for more? Instead, he's going to take this little gap that he's found.
They know.
They will chase him down. Roman with the key trade there. Suddenly we're looking at Aros DOS, but this guy meant to be the star for the sAw squad. Only good for 1 on the Deagle. But he brings it down to this 2v2, and with the backstab coming in, Cowes going to try and deal with Story here, and he catches him nice and easy. Landing 2 kills in the round already. Spots out the player in at the back of quad. Flashes continue to just harass Roman.
I think paiN realizes, well, this is a really good matchup for them. This is like a you know, if they going into that 2-2 game is terrifying, especially when you have so many upsets and you have a team like, for example, the Mongols waiting, who we have called the bane of Brazil. I think paiN, they would rather take on this, you know, sort of regional game at a 2-1 chance. They're hungry. You can already tell just from these opening couple of rounds.
Yeah, you know, and I think another thing, even, you know, when you look at this sAw squad, one of the things that we've been saying about them is how good they've looked in the BO3s and the hot streak that this team has been on, right? And that got broken. Yeah. Does that shake you up at all, right? Because they're not like, you know, they've always been at that top level. They've kind of been riding a high. And does even losing that 1 game to Cloud9 after a close, you know, OT loss on what is meant to be the home map of this sAw squad in Nuke, does that shake their faith at all? Yeah,
not even just that, but coming off the back of being underdogs is a great feeling. Wow. And as soon as that argument changes, you're no longer underdog, you're maybe a favorite, people have expectations of you, that's when it can get hard. So sAw are supposed to win this game. That's even more pressure. They don't want to do the inverse of what they did at the RMR, go 2-0 up and then fall short in the BO3s. paiN right now fighting for that opportunity. Oh, Aros definitely been the standout anchor player in the last couple of months. I think, you know, him on the B bomb site solo is kind of similar to Isaac on Gamer Legion. We just saw them take on Eternal Fire. Such a rock on B Vertigo, can be left to his own, can get two out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Really enjoyable player to watch on this map. He's going to have to stand tall in this game as paiN find that 3-0 lead. We wait for the guns.
They're going to come through now. Story gets to bring out his AWP right away. Someone who you've seen a high ceiling from.
Destroyed Cloud9 online the other day. Not so much yesterday.
Now, as Boomich kept reminding them, it's not online anymore.
Well,
Story, what a player to find in the opener of this round, right? That AWP makes its first appearance, and look at who it's removed. Big Azera from the other side is knocked out from the get-go.
Arostar's getting pressured on this B-bomb site as well. He's got support, though. Meanwhile, it's all a bit of a fake-out. paiN are taking space on the A side. Roman pressured in front of the crane. Lux is the one locked in a box right now, trying to fight his way out. He's done a lot of damage there. No grenade, but his team are coming up on the ramp at the same time. They can swing together. Are they ready for both players? He actually escapes. Ujerks, oh, I like this cool re-aggression on short side. Instead, they're going to try and catch paiN out while they're setting up smokes.
And that one smoke in, line still open for Story, and this double short aggression is kind of slowed down now for sAw. Spam on Ujerks gets rid of him, and paiN completely suck the pace out of this one. They don't explode on the back of that util coming in.
Smoke's a problem.
Story, that would have been a keen opportunity to have retaken the advantage here to stop paiN in their tracks, but it just gets away from him. Second time's the charm for that Story AWP. But NQZ missing on the other side. That gives Story more opportunities to get involved on this AWP. He's still a threat. Will miss the timing on Anissim out through short, but very little time left, and everyone from sAw is here. There's no winning this round, surely, as Story puts a stop to it. A great debut from the AWP in this map. Out of all the ways you wanted it to start, that's about as good as you could have hoped for.
Every single repeat, he's just going for different angles and swinging off of his teammates' contact. NQZ feels like he has just the right position and catches a whiff of a player on default. Takes one shot, Story just crouch peeks in. Feeling it right now. That's a good way to start for sAw. Not waiting long. And it's paiN put to pistols already around the 3 AKs. Ramp control denied, double Molotov on both sides.
Little awkward.
Not the end of the world.
paiN never to capitalize around that missed smoke. Instead, they're looking for this B split. Azera's going to boost up Cowes. In the meantime, double B setup. Gutierrez flashing in Arostas. Nice way to set up his star rifler there to get that opener. Nothing that paiN could have done about it. They try to flood over middle, but Arostas head on a swivel. As quick as he arrives over towards ramp, he is now involved in these mid-fights, and he is dictating to paiN where they're allowed to be at any given time. He's locked them out of B, he's locked them out of A. Now attention focused back over towards the ramp. And even though the journey ends for Arostas, the rest of his team have moved in.
Just hunting a kill here on the flank, hoping that putting a bit of pressure on B will force a player on the behind, but no one's coming in for sAw. Story has full A control. They can stay 3B for a moment and then check out middle. NQZ has no route back in this round, and he knows it. Already looking to save, it feels like. The sAw are not going to give him a chance. Nice B hold for Arostas again. And Ujerks coming in, swinging off of the elevator side. You know, you can talk about Arostas. He's definitely the player that has been standing out a lot, but Ujerks is, I think, even higher rated. He's extremely reliable on this sAw squad, especially on T sides. So as we said earlier, the depth of sAw players, the experience, it runs deep, far deeper than that of paiN. But Big Azera has brought them here. Who's to say how far they can go?
Yeah, you know, I like this whole little move at the start as well. One of the things that we saw in their Game Allegiant game from the early day of this, the first day of this tournament, rather, was that sAw would often just leave Arostos entirely alone, even as Game Allegiant were really looking to like abuse this B bomb site and the solo hold there. And even then, they struggled to get through most of the time. But already we've seen Mutira's more than willing to kind of lend that early helping hand over towards B. It's clear that sAw want to be a little more proactive on that side of the map. Ouch. And I like that, you know, because sure, when you've got someone as keen and kind of as good as Arostos has looked, you're more than willing to leave him to his own devices. You've got full faith in him there, but I like that they're putting a bit more of a spotlight on setting him up, trying to get him involved in taking that ramp control away. This round, they've done something similar, right? They had the AWP start over towards B, and then when Story doesn't get contact, he rotates away, and that leaves Arostos now with a deeper angle down towards the B site.
Having this much control, you don't need any other players anywhere near. With Mutira's pushed up, they've got 3 eyes ready to fight ramp together. That smoke is a big problem. paiN throw it up late, and they know that sAw have used a lot of util on this A site already. That will give paiN some room to move. Mutira's doesn't need to activate. If they try and leave either which way, he's going to probably catch Cowers rotating back. Right now, Cowers is faking out that B bomb site, but Mutira's knows it's going to end A, and they're about to confirm it.
Yeah, there's the flank activated. Cowers dead on that rotate back around. When you see him leaving B, it's no illusion where this one's ending up. AK dropped over it short. Nissim's going to trade that out. Sure, there's guns to be retrieved here, but will they take it any further? Story sAw bears down upon them, and out from behind the sandbags, he's got support every step of the way. So a nice little 1-2 punch between him and Roman.
That swing just comes so late. He's just thinking, where is it? Where is the help on this sandbags player? The second he looks back, that's when he gets it. Story's just firing off pot shots. Really nice info taken there. I like the Mutira's gets down bottom ladder, but he doesn't activate the flank. He just knows that he can go whenever he wants, but he's also locking the door behind paiN. It means they have to commit, and they don't even know. As soon as they get shot in the back, they realize, okay, well, only way is forward. First pause coming out. paiN not liking sAw's initial response. And they've got a rebuy, so it's all on this one. sAw looking focused, though, not getting deterred by the 3-0 start to this map. They have taken these rounds very clean.
Yeah, you know, and that's a real feel-good moment if you're sAw. It's like, yeah, you know, we fell down in the kind of early stages, but since we've bought out the big guns, since we've had that AWP, since we've had the rifles, it's been success after success here into a tie game. And now they're in a position where they can look to take the lead away from paiN Gaming.
Yep, smoke lands this time. It's reassuring. A lot harder to get away with these A rushes. Especially the amount of util we're seeing sAw throw early, double nades, mollies. They break the smoke for the AWP, but Story sees nothing. Arostos got to be careful here, but they just come swinging. He still takes a kill. He's not alone entirely. The B bomb site. Mutira's is nearby to try and offer some assistance.
Yeah, gonna have to be a great bit of resistance here, though, out of Mutira's, especially as the mid-split's coming in. Cowers! He's been struggling throughout the major so far, but that round right there, that one has teed up paiN to maintain this lead. A beautiful hat trick, and that's just raw inertia out through mid. He carries that momentum through, and he uses the little gap that he knows he's found as that player is caught rotating through elevator to clamp down upon the B site. Very well done for Cowers, and I think it's even more impressive just because you know he's been struggling lately, right? That's a pretty heads-up play as far as they go to run it out through mid on a timing.
Really, yeah, perfect timing. As soon as they trade Arostos and B, he knows someone's got to adjust their setup. He finds that gap. Clinical headshots as well. Story is not guaranteed a save here. Will they risk a gun running into what they know is an AWP? Oh, they get it! I don't know if they'll grab it in time, but either way, it's certainly not going to be a factor for sAw. Fantastic shooting for Cowers, sorry, and Arostos, who feels like he's in a position to get one and survive, but wallbang through the wood, he was very wide on that position and just gets contact played by paiN. So they realize he's been playing aggressive B stairs and they go back to punish him. That's the danger of being solo B. You don't want to feed like that. You don't want to die 1-for-1 at the stairs. Materials was way too far away to help or trade. It's a bit of an awkward one for sAw, a reality check. Check these shots. Oh.
Love, I mean, it's that third one onto Materials. It's just a great read of the situation, right? As his teammates are moving up ramp, they've calmed that they don't see anyone else. They know Materials is usually that rotate player over. So a good, mental image in the head of Cowes of where sAw were. And now they're looking to play with a bit more of this pace. This time, far more dominant take of ramp. Nades onto the sandbags, and Roman fed to the wolves. One back from Ujax, at least kind of slows down the ramp take now. They can't just spill over here. It's leveled the playing field. But paiN are fine to concede this for now. They're going to slow it down just a tad.
sAw's util has been really good, like I've been saying on A, but it's not quite Xantara's level. But HGs have still been finding decent damage and, well, good timings on the mollies. Cowes making noise in mid this time. He'll keep the AWP here. After throwing this Molotov, he's not in a hurry to make a play. Just clearing out the close box. Not the util getting burned, but throw a molly here. This CT can just push right back in the position. Still gain that info. The B is empty. paiN grouping for an A hit. It's only Ujax here with an MP9, so as long as paiN get these two smokes in the right place, they will have a bomb plant in this round. Nothing should be able to stop that. Ujax has to wait for his team and play a retake.
Yeah, the bit of util that's coming out here is quite the hint to sAw that this will be the A take. Smokes come in, they're going to try and boost that AWP up and over. Will Story deliver? There's one from the man. If he can find any more, that would be huge, but the jump up feeds him to NQZ. His MP9s are going to try and get involved, pushing up close through the smokes with those flashes, and not flashes of brilliance in this round as Mutiras and Ujax are both cut down. It's left to Arosdos. Damage done to Nissim earlier on. But he won't get given these fights for free. I say that. Nissim goes swinging out. And now Arosdos in the 1v1. A little more comfortable, perhaps. Over at Sandbags. Head's been spotted. Arosdos moves in, closes the gap. But he needs this kill quickly. Gonna get it. Very little time left as he runs over. Hopping on the bomb. He's got it. That's 4 on the board for sAw as Arosdos ties this game up on the back of a 1v2.
Man, anchor, clutch, carry, he's got it all right now. And I love that footstep bait. You say he's not getting given any free kills. He forces that. He makes a step the other way and sneaks back into the angle. Sick flick from Story to start. It was the jump that let him down on the escape. But Arosdos, even the jump on the sandbag, everything about that clutch is played to perfection. And he had no info as well. That's a huge round for sAw. paiN still plant, they'll still buy, but sAw are trading out with them right now. Their money on the line. But as long as they keep putting them up, expecting a change of pace. Again, early Molotovs dropped on ramp. More damage off of nades. paiN are experiencing exactly that in this early assault on the ramp. Oh, welcome back. Arosdos is caught in transition.
That's revenge for the last round, right, out of Nissim. First man caught swinging in the 2v1.
He's got such a good position.
Gonna try and walk this up through mid with the AWP cover, and Cowes is still floating around here, but he's just about to drop out of there. Ujax in at ramp has missed the timing on Big Azera creeping up underneath him. And so they've fed this ramp kill now. That causes problems for sAw. They can't commit to that mid-aggro. Instead, they're trying to rotate in, but Big Azera just taking more and more space, and he does it solo. He was meant to be lurking over here towards A, and he's just found every single kill. They have both bomb sites. Mutiras is in T-spawn.
Could have won the round off the bomb drop. I mean, it's just a death squad for paiN, all spread out, all fragging. Bit of a mystery there for Story that, Big Azera could have walked all the way in. with his teammate tucked in. But you're not expecting that kill to come on gap, and then immediately Bigazera have crept onto default. paiN just take every bit of space. Okay, we've seen flashes of brilliance from Arostos, but we've also seen 2 rounds where he's been caught out playing a little bit too aggressive. And part of the danger on this map are those new T-side spawns. Vertigo feels like the map that's most affected by it. T-side spawns are pushed forward for the most part, and so you can get to B way quicker. It almost feels like the CT, unless you're playing heavy nades or 2 players with best spawns on CT side, you're not going to get stairs control at the start of the round.
Yeah.
Even just the typical smoke pre-smoke on the Molotov that T's throw is going to get you on stairwell. So Arostos needs to be very careful about these instant B plays for paiN.
Yeah, I mean, we have really noticed a bit of a change with it as well, even in terms of, it was in that last game, right, where like Game of Legion had crossed. I think it was like 4 bodies to the left side of A ramp.
Yeah.
Kind of completely changes how you can look to
boost.
Yeah, how you can look to play around the A ramp with the AWP. It feels like short is hands down the most and maybe even only viable option if you're not going for, or if you want to go for the early peak rather.
Really good reaction from paiN. They spot multiple players pushing A. Sure, they lose a man and a gun, but if they just take this B bomb site as soon as possible, there's going to be minimal resistance. I say minimal, but Arostos is still here.
Yeah, his Deeg's got to shine now. Arostos, couple of chance deaths early over towards B, and this one, he can't find a thing. That lone B site defender dealt with, and now they just deal with these pistols as they try to aggress through the smoke. So already know that they're not winning this round anymore, and so they fall into a bit of a holding pattern here, just trying to save the AK. Try and keep that one going forward.
paiN playing solid CS right now. It wasn't just a flash in the pan with a 3-0 beginning off of a pistol round. They are adapting nicely. They are dragging sAw back and forth, and they are not telegraphing their end goal in these rounds. So another gun round coming up after this. We'll have to see what adaptations sAw make. Love to see them do something like double pushing mid, taking Kawes out, who's been on his own, playing very passive for the most part. Get that kill. You don't even need to set up a flank. It's just going to make paiN paranoid. We already saw Materials drop ladder once. But the fear for sAw is that after this bout of success, that now paiN will be overconfident. Maybe they'll call a rush out of spawn. Maybe they feel like B is a way in.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy the paiN squad ability to kind of change pace on the fly. You feel like for individuals, there's a pretty good degree of freedom to facilitate that in the first place. In that round there as well, you were dead on. At the moment they got the spot, they were already in the B site, it felt like, right? They see 4 players, they're straight up B. So a real kind of affinity for these fast-paced changes on the fly. You're never quite sure what you're going to get out of them. They're not in this rigid system, this rigid structure where it has to always be slow. It has to always kind of hinge on Bigazera's every word.
And that's why we give him so much credit, because it's not just, oh, this guy can frag really, really capably, which we know he can do. It's that he's calling what he does it. That's the craziest part. And he's consistent. 1.2 rating already in the 3 maps average, and that's with a 13-2 loss. Mid-explosion here, we've got an elevator smoke. It's only a pistol in middle. Materials tucked in behind the sandbags, headshots, and paiN just spill out, flood the CT spawn. This round feels unlosable from this position.
Oh, Bigazera with the turnaround. And with Kawes alongside him, it's a clean bout out through middle. paiN are feeling good right now. And Kawes, as mentioned, he's been kind of a non-factor so far at the major. Second lowest rated player of the event. So having him in good form and finding a lot of success over in mid, sometimes with players by his side, sometimes left to his own devices, what does that do for paiN now that it feels like they have a whole extra player switched online? I mean, he's top of the board.
It's a very impressive beginning of the day for paiN. Looking for an 8 to the end of that half. Cherry on top. Arostos back to what hasn't worked before, and he realizes he'll be better off giving it up. Are they going to go for that double mid push? It looks like it. Arostos has left the B bomb site. They're going to hunt Kawes here. This is nice. Double setup, hoping the mid-lurk plays first. They're right. Oh, but Kowes gets a spot and he gets out. He's just wasting their time. And with 2 players spotted, space can be taken at B.
You know where that extra man's come from over in middle.
Oh.
And so paiN looking to react to this. They lose Lux, but everyone else is spilling out through the top of B ramp. It's a little spread out here. The bomb's still dropped as well. Down towards the bridge. So Kowes is having to waste time to go back and get that. That leaves a 2v3 over here inside of B. Utira is playing the long con, just hiding in this smoke. And I mean, the longer he kind of waits to play his hand, the less expected it is. NQZ's got no idea. Now it's all left onto Kowes. He will have a chance at the plant here. 1 man rotating over. A little faster than everyone else. ujerk's looking to make a play around this plant, and he is far closer than Kowes is ready for. So sAw managed to find 5 down that final stretch.
Yeah, it's a nice recovery, but still, paiN have impressed more than we could expect to start this T-side. It is their map pick today on Vertigo, but a damn good start. A little awkward on that B push there. Felt like bigazera just got caught out, blinded. But not the end of the world.
Yeah, I mean, that was like one of the rare examples where these kind of pace changes for paiN wasn't able to come through as cleanly as it often does. They're trying to react to the info that Kowes got over in middle, right? But because I think it was Lux was so deep over towards A, he's like slower on the rotate back. The bomb was dropped for the A player to pick up, so nothing was like really in the position to suddenly up the pace into that B hit and react to Kowes' info. Yeah, it was Lux getting spammed out.
Map beater for this series is Nuke up next. Overpass as a finale. Overpass has been really, really solid for sAw. Nuke has been their go-to pick for a while. And, well, people have had serious trouble getting rid of that. Koi picked it in the BO1, or at least floated it in the BO1. They were punished severely. A fast pistol, similar to how paiN ran theirs on the T side, is straight up ramp and straight in with an entry. Materas leads the charge. Nice tap for bigazera, but he's getting mollied. He might have to jump up here. Oh, finding it in the air. 4 on 3. sAw come crashing down.
bigazera was meant to be dead there, right? The molly forces him out of position, but this guy operating on such a great level here in at the major. Oh, tries to come through. It's all bigazera right now. 3rd kill in the round. Might still have to do even more before all is said and done. A little worse for wear, a little low on health, and he will get finished off. It's just Nissim left standing. Gets the reload off. Tap on the bomb, forcing a peek out of ujerk's. But he won't take the bait. With the time ticking away!
No way!
Oh my god!
Does he have it?
It's gonna be close, but... Oh, it's really close! Come on, Nissim, he hit the jump shot, he earned that defuse! And that is one wild pistol from bigazera with 3 to Nissim in that final 1v2. He had 1 chance to hit that, and he nails it.
Just a little bit of doubt, that's all it was. Him not swinging, him not stepping, he taps it, and wow, the jump just comes to him. Bloody good shot. Oh, that will kill sAw. They're going to crumble after that, surely. You're certainly expecting a force, not just because of the plant, but because of the rage that round, losing that round gives you. They hit the entry, they got the plant, they were 4v3 up, and bigazera just wipes them with Nissim to clutch on top. That is despicable. paiN are playing better every game. What is the peak for this team? This is not a roster we expected to compete in Copenhagen. Extremely underrated. And for good reason, we had no evidence to suggest that this was just the bar. And this is for qualification, this is for progression to the elimination stage, a 2-1 game.
Yeah, it really feels like they're trying to seize their moment here.
The buy is up, but there's no pace behind it. They're just sneaking through this smoke. Luckily enough, paiN will not be fighting ahead of it. They go back to the bomb site. 3 CTs here now. Util is a non-factor for really both teams. They've got 1 smoke to set on the site. There's a player on top of the box.
Gonna get past Lux nice and cleanly, but the danger men are still in play. Big Azera on that spam.
He's in, they saw
the
it.
herd. Boost up for NQZ, and they're going to catch UJerks trying to get aggressive. This is awkward now. sAw denied all this space. Big Azera on a tear. Another 3K in defense of this top site, and he'll finish it. Big Azera puts his best foot forward here on Vertigo. Keeping up appearances across the major now is this guy. And it is just a sight to behold. You feel so safe if you look down the line and you see Big Azera with the games he's had, with how good he's looked here and how in control it feels when he's still in the picture. You can't help but feel like that rubs off on the rest of the team. paiN, a dominant lead, and they're looking to take it even further here and now as it's just pistols for sAw.
Absolute monstrous performance from the captain. Gonna break the smoke again, or it's a little deep. Cows is pushed all the way up, and when they're deagles, paiN getting ready with a deep smoke, they're just going to try and remove them immediately. Right side molly gives Cows so much room, and with this rifle baiting for him, he's just ready to go. Bomb your frags. Nothing sAw can do or say about it. They've been locked out of the A side. Looking for picks that are not being presented.
Re-smoke in at the top of B.
It's clinical from paiN right now.
Great management of when and where they're putting these resources down. I mean, they've got ramp, they've got B, they've got middle. There is nowhere that sAw can look to go here. Everywhere they go, there's 2 players ready to trade. The one exception is middle, but even then, there's fast rotates available. And it won't ever get that far. It never even gets that terrifying. As Cowes and Lux put a ring on this one, they look to run away with Vertigo.
Yeah, it was back at Challenger stage, you know, for the Paris major. Big Azera, he went 2-3 with paiN. He had a 1.2 rating. He's already exceeding that now. And if they win this series, I don't want to jump the gun. Nuke's up next. Overpass has not been lost by sAw in recent history, but this is dominant right now, and Big Azera is looking to take this new paiN team 3-1 in this opening stage, exceeding his previous placings, and with the ratings to back it up as well. Arosdos denied by the aforementioned man. Now, there are kills in response on A. Lux is playing on an off angle, catching jumps. Careful, boys. Punished before and punished again. Roman will get a crucial trade. 2-on-3. The aggression in mid. It looked like a whiff, but Mutiri's will fall. 2-on-2 now. Retake for paiN. They've got the nades.
And it's the terrifying twosome that robbed you in the pistol round left standing for paiN Gaming. Azera and Nissim to close the net on this A site. A good bit of time ticked off the bomb already, so the pressure is on. They've got to move swiftly here, but good util still in play. They've got smokes, they've got the kit.
Go. Oh no.
Oh no, one of those smokes misses.
Oh, this
the
is
util
cooked.
might not come into this. Nade is nice, Roman dead. Story's gonna win this alone, and he can't wrestle with the AK. He's got another clutch for Nissim. Another last second defuse keeps paiN's ball rolling. 11-5.
They absolutely bungled it, Harry. paiN, it felt like they're hitting themselves with nades. They're both nades out, they're both blind. They felt like they're just overdoing it. Not going for fights, just lobbing every bit of util, but turn around off the defuse. A last second kill, a last second stick, another clutch. It's meant to be for paiN. Coach is just sitting down, it's too easy. There's no stress. It's sAw who are feeling the burn and the burden of 2-0. Sat up just 1 win away. paiN are trying to push them to that last day of the opening stage. And they're pushing them all right. This has been an empty game for sAw.
And it's even wilder that it felt like it started really strong for the sAw squad. It's not like they've been sleepy across the board, right? When they first bought the rifles out, you had a great look put forward from Story. The moment he bought that AWP into play, he was finding success. You had Aristos with some nice starts over towards B. The usual pieces that you look to in this sAw squad were finding success. But there is none of that now. There is no salvation for sAw.
Throw themselves up ramp. That might be the only way in. Okay, I was going to say, if you don't kill Cowers there after 2 perfect nades, it's never going to happen. He's done some damage. Bigazera pushed all the way through. So we'll call it off, and I like this slowdown here in a 5v3. Know that paiN will make plays.
Yeah, I mean, where it does get wild is Bigazera could find himself in pole position to turn this one around, but he plays his hand maybe a little too soon there, not to know just how good the spot he was in was.
I mean, he had to take the fight. He had to walk down the stairs. He didn't want to make noise, and so that opens him up to the angle. No other silent way of getting down, really. Sort of got this round. paiN are willing to accept that, but they don't know that these guns are not guaranteed. Good check. NQC hits that flank. paiN, a path to save has been allowed, but they're still poking their head in. I mean, even, you know, if you trap sAw on the site here and you take a couple more kills, and then you win next round, they're broke. So it's more just about just playing for later here for paiN. Lose a couple of early kills on that A rush. They pay the price.
Yeah, and of all the ways, you know, to win around for sAw, I think that's like a nice, you know, that one kind of, it feels like it comes from a place of frustration for Uja, because he's like, look, I'm tired of kind of playing on their timer. I just want to run up ramp. I want to take some fights early. I want to be involved. And those 2 kills essentially win the round, right? Like, you kind of shuffle everyone else out of position. You get that free route back around a B. But will you be able to replicate that, right? That's the big worry. It's not like Ujax is going to be able to run up ramp with a double kill every round with no util to facilitate it. You're going to have more to go up against now. That's surely coming through for paiN. And already you see that AWP starting over towards A. Going to look to get involved out of the gate. Util floods up ramp from the sAw squad, but this time they're not able to play ahead of it.
They just recognize that a change will be made. And this time it's Cowers coming out from gap side. Ooh, good Molotov. He runs backwards? What? That's crazy, to be honest. You have to go forward. Not dealt with that one before. Perfect molly from sAw. Another util opening kill. Nissim close at B after the flash, ready to peek. Oh, he catches him with nades out, and the wallbang will do it. Nissim looks for more. Maybe a bridge too far. Ujerks gets his punish. 4-on-3 still. AWP hunting middle. Uncertain about Mutirius' position. Lazy clears in mid this game, I'll say that. So sAw can lay up the smokes and lock in the round. Hey, map's T-sided.
Oh, buddy. He just wants to get out with his M4, but they will not let him. Ujerks goes hunting. So it is back-to-back double kills from Ujerks across this T side now. Bigazera is at least a safe pair of hands to hold on to his AK, but that's really the big ticket item that paiN are going to have with them in this follow-up. And even then, I'm nervous. Mutirius really wants to take this gun out, and easier said than done.
Yeah, Bigazera. Oh, he is the real deal. There's absolutely no doubt. Doing this at back-to-back majors with different squads, you know, with arguably a worse squad, at least off of paper and off of what they've achieved. You know, at least back at Paris, that paiN team was on a hot streak coming into the event.
Yeah,
we haven't seen much from this paiN roster, with the exception of their RMR run. Not playing this level of European competition to the level that they are playing. And a completely fresh-faced squad with none of the old pieces. Hardzao, Redkinids, Zevi, Fluxo. You know, these are teams that didn't make it, some even to the RMR, let alone through.
Well, so Bigazera is very much the man you would want with the hero gun here, but he's still going to have his work cut out for him. He's trying to be mobile and stay ahead of the curve. For sAw, they're really desperate to figure out where this one gun is. They're not going to get that hint anytime soon as Bigazera waits over towards CT and middle.
What was that Bigazera quote for the Ents game? Today, I will bait. Well, this is a perfect round to do that.
Util up and in towards B. Sim's made the call. He hears a lot of footsteps right here. And so here comes that AK in rotation. Bigazera, how much can he do with the hero gun? First kill comes out, second one for sAw, and Bigazera might never even get a chance to be involved here. This one just gets written off.
Yeah, Roman should run away after that kill on the flank, because you don't want to give them another AK here. It's nice, he just poked his head through elevator, kill and leave. And paiN are paranoid, but sAw, hey, they're putting together rounds on this T side out of nowhere. Right when you're ready to write them off, I was. 3 rounds in a row. It's all on this next full buy.
Yeah, kind of impossible to ignore the impact that uJax has had to even make this happen, right? It was him who kickstarted the streak that they're now on with the double kill up through ramp, replicated that with another double kill in the round following, and still able to get his piece of the pie here and now on the B play up against the pistols. So it's not, you know, it's not Story, it's not Arastos, it's uJax rising to the occasion right now, trying to keep sAw in this game. paiN call in their last TAC timeout. They are starting to feel that pressure. They're starting to feel the game getting away from them. And they don't want that, considering this could have been a pretty easy walk in the park win for the paiN squad, and it felt like the stars had aligned. Everyone was playing well. Kawes had massive uptick in his individual form. Bigazera with some lights out moments in there, some huge multi-kill rounds from him. Nissim with back-to-back clutches over on the A site. It felt like this one was set in stone, but now it's only a 3-round game between these teams. And paiN have got that CT money to deal with, which makes the task infinitely harder.
Yeah, 2-for-1s right now on sAw. They got coupon codes. They're checking out what this T-side has to offer. 3 a day this time for paiN, and a 4th in close proximity. Good molly. Gets run right through. Roman's burning. He's crispy. Triple boost on the short side as well. Oh my god, he gets spotted with his gun over. Oh!
Again!
How's he done that?
Another double up over towards ramp.
Can't be stopped.
uJax is him. He is that guy. Bigazera, his biggest competition, and uJax brushes him aside. 3 in the round, but who's to say he stops there? Still very much in the picture. It's Arastos to lock in that final kill. And now for Nissim, they up and leave. They've already got full B control. Mutira is holding it down. And as he rotates in, he shouldn't be ready for a close player. Mutira locks in that final kill, and sAw keep the streak going. uJax hitting another level right when they needed him to.
And that's off of a 5v4, and he just spots that barrel. The view model obscures his position. He wall bangs out too. I don't know how he finds that kill. This was despicable. 3 frags. Everything you could have wanted from this player. Highest rated for a reason on sAw. This guy is playing monstrous right now. And look at what it's done. It's brought sAw back in this game. Ready to be written off. They're already 2 rounds behind. This one should be a novelty round. Should just shatter off the shelf.
Once again, right, they've passed that hero gun onto Bigazera. Fair play.
He's got over 100 ADR. 5 multi-kill rounds. But it still might be nothing. If we just see a flat B execute here, he's close by, but he's not in control at all. It's Nissim. And they're just creeping up B and A again, the same time. Oh, nice shot. Okay.
Oh, hang on a second. This one could still get a little wet and wild for sAw.
Guns to grab.
Yeah, you're suddenly armed. You're suddenly dangerous. Mutira is dead over in middle. They're starting to make this one happen with the pistols. And uJax, he's been the driving force for sAw throughout this entire entire comeback, but now he's got a 1v4. It's not going to happen. And so with the pistols, a way back in is forged. It's not bigazera going huge on that hero gun. It's the pistols earning their stay, earning their claim to this map.
Oh, someone shatters, that's for sure. And it's sAw absolutely shredded every single fight. And those 5-7s, they tear faces off. sAw get ahead of themselves. And now they got to fight up against map point. 3 in a row for overtime. No timeouts left. Oh, through mollies again. If you've not learned your lesson, NQZ hits that tag with the orb. Story, meanwhile, has killed Cowers somehow. That's over on the A site. Probably through the gap side. Still a player inside of the smoke. Pushing further down, Story. Oh my goodness, nades out. The flash is perfect, but it doesn't matter. Lux just fires. He's got all of the A ramp now. The whole room to himself. sAw know what that means. The implication is clear. Other sites are far better defended. Despite that, they still walk upstairs into a heavily held triple B setup. Boost is a nice idea. Got nades first. They're going to execute in this must-win round.
Yeah, but look at paiN. They've already got 3 bodies over towards this side of the map. You really need this opener, and Nissim goes looking for the boost. ujerk's off on the man and get these balls rolling, but he's low on health. Someone else might have to do it. Roman throws his name into the hat. bigazera on the orb, nails ujerk's as he comes around the corner. paiN, man advantage. Final round of play, Roman looking to be the hero. He's got players all around him as he's crept up close to the gens. He is looking for a multi-kill here, a multi-kill that decides whether sAw stay or die on Vertigo. 1 kill from him. Why not make it the double? And now it's just bigazera, low on health, low on chances, and Roman builds his empire there as he keeps them in this game.
That's unbelievable. The risk reward of that play pushed all the way up, putting his teammate in a 1v3 if he finds nothing. But they do not consider it. So long in that corner behind the smoke. Story set it up. Roman knocked it down. And sAw find yet another round. They don't crumble under the threat of pistols. 2 to do. NQZ is again dropping guns. He's on a USP. Surrounded by M4s, all ramp control taken. This has worked for paiN. They've been able to push sAw out, but you know what's worked for sAw? ujerk's. Working overtime right now. Double pay. Gun drop back in spawn. bigazera mauls them with the MP9, but he's low on ammo, and Story will respond. Don't get ahead of yourself, sAw. There's still men in the site.
Yeah, this is the bomb as well on Story. Has to throw that back. Tries to hang around for just a moment, see if he's given anything else. If they go back to A, there's this deep ramp control from Lux. And so sAw slowing it right down, hoping that paiN overplay their hand. Shadow scene.
Yes,
Lux
so
knows
good.
that one's free. And Roman had no chance in that head-to-head.
Weird clear that he thinks they've pushed all the way up there. That just feels like such an unlikely move from paiN, but it shows the paranoia that sAw are experiencing. They flash themselves. Again, the Shadow, it's such an easy kill, and Lux locks it in. sAw pinched as paiN wake them up from their slumber. But it might be back to bed for the Portuguese. 1v3 for Story, and he will fall the same way his teammates did, surely. Lux with a pistol out, and he will close the map in style. paiN take their map pick to start off this series. Everyone expects